We sometimes have talked about these stories where horrible crimes are committed, and because of this idea that someone else who sees it will take action, I won't do anything, have led to horrible crimes going completely undeterred in very public places. There's a story that is similar but slightly different being reported by the AP, where a man pulled out a gun on the California BART train. Nobody noticed, and he actually ended up killing someone. Now, some of the articles that have been written say that people were so engrossed in their smartphones that they didn't notice that a guy was pulling out a gun on the train. Whereas others say, whether it's a smartphone or a newspaper, if you've been on any big city subway, you know that people just mind their own business because they don't want to get pulled into anything that's going on around them. In either case, I'll give you the details of the story. A man drew a gun several times on a crowded San Francisco commuter train, with surveillance video showing him pointing it across the aisle without anyone noticing, and then putting it back against his side, according to authorities. They've not released any video of this, although they say that they have the video because of the ongoing nature of the investigation. The other passengers were so absorbed in what they were doing and or just pretending not to know what was going on around them, which is a common thing people do on public transit, that they appeared not to notice the gunman until he randomly shot and killed a university student. Footage shows the man pulling out a .45 caliber pistol and once wiping his nose with the hand holding the weapon. According to authorities, these weren't concealed movements. The gun is very clear, said District Attorney George Gascon. These people are in very close proximity with him, and nobody sees this. They're just so engrossed, texting and reading and whatnot, they're completely oblivious to their surroundings. This is Nikom Thefakasone, 30 years old, pled not guilty. Lewis, would you notice this? Do you feel like if you were on a train and this was going on? Or do you think you also are kind of getting to this mode where you've got your tunnel vision, you're reading your thing, and that's what it is?
I have noticed that people tend to look down and mind their own business on these trains. I also understand that a lot of these trains are very busy, full of people, and the one or two people who might be paying attention to their surroundings could have 10 or 20 bodies between them and the person committing a crime, and they might not see it at all. Me personally, I'm always looking around and paying attention to things in places like the subway because I'm surrounded by freaks and I know it and I want to know what's going on around
Yeah, I
me.
mean, there's a difference between just being absorbed in what you're doing and being totally oblivious. I mean, even when I'm on the subway coming to work or wherever in New York City, and I might be reading or looking at my phone, I've got an eye on that guy in the corner that looks like he might start urinating on the train or whatever it is, because you just have to know when these things are happening. So the idea, it's hard for me to imagine being so oblivious that you don't notice someone waving a gun around.
Yeah, on a train full of people, it's truly boggling. But I don't know. I'm sure there might have been one or two people who saw it and didn't want to do anything because they didn't want to get shot.